Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? And you know why you're here. You're back with the wedding edition. We are so grateful for all of you guys that have been tuning in. We heard you.
Thank you.
We are excited. We knew that you guys wanted more content. If you're new here, welcome. We don't know how you got here, but we are thankful that you're here. For our loyal listeners, we see you. We love you. We just want to express all of our joy. We are still trying to figure out if and how we can broadcast the wedding.
Yeah.
So the wedding edition, we were just two Black millennials that were planning a wedding. We started with my fiance over here, the awesome nobody. Say what's up, awesome.
What's up, y'all?
And, we were walking through a male's perspective on weddings, right?
Yeah.
We were just walking through how the lack thereof knowledge.
We were just trying to spread the knowledge.
Yes. Yep. And it turned into something bigger. We postponed due to the pandemic. And now this is the road leading to the series finale because we're 50 days to the wedding.
50 days. I was just going to ask how many days. 50 days.
50 days to the wedding. So it's just been one hell of a ride. Make sure you guys follow us at _wedding edition. If you're watching the YouTube, it's scrolling underneath here. And follow me at Little Miss ENT, LILMISSENT. And Awesome, where can they find you at?
Awesome _nobody.
And so Awesome has been churning out the content. He is just like putting stuff up. Make sure you guys join our Patreon for $1. $1 a month. You can see all of the exclusive content. It's a ton up there right now. We want to just shout out our subscriber, Muff. Muff has been like literally a day one Little Miss Entertainment, Awesome Nobody, this podcast, the wedding edition writer. Like she is our favorite subscriber. And
yeah, I mean, because, honestly, like we it's not about the money with us. You know what I'm saying?
No.
We just been doing this because we had a passion for it. Little Miss had a radio show in college.
Yep.
I always have been like a videographer, editor, creator, and the pairing of us two just really, really made it work. And so we have a blast doing this, and we really just want to give you guys some different visuals, we started this because, everything was Love and Hip Hop and everything was super millionaire weddings and brides and, BBLs and LLBs and CTEs or whatever it is or whatever. So, but I'm a regular person, regular guy working 9 to 5, Little Miss is an executive and we both college, and we just are sharing our love story with y'all. And it's a real love story. It's not this is not Russell Wilson and Sierra. No mysterious publicist hooked us up. And this is not, the Podspiracy, Joe Budden show, where, but this is just two people who really have a passion and want to give you guys that. Yeah,
for sure. So this is episode 28. So we stopped for a period of time because when we postponed the wedding, we really didn't have any wedding content, and we just didn't want to keep feeding you guys stuff. But our first couple of episodes, we just recapped all of the old episodes. Then we went into last week, budgeting, planning, wedding planning 101. We were in depth, how best ways to communicate to a groom, how you broke everything down on your charts and your plans. We took
the cat out the bag and showed y'all our planning chart.
Yes, the planning chart. A lot of people gave me a lot of good feedback about that. They were like, wow, that was actually really interesting. So we're here today. We set the vibes. We got a candle going. We got some greenery. I have my little cozy. It says stressed, blessed, and wedding planning obsessed. This will be coming to an end pretty soon. There's not too much more planning.
I had to say it. Thank God.
Awesome is ready for it to be over.
2-year journey, man.
It has been a long time. It's been a long time. But I'm going to kick it over to Awesome because, I always have this saying to my friends, there is no revenge in my blood, right? There's no like, oh, that person had it coming to them. Because when you let God do work, he does the work for you. So tell them the irony. This is the Bachelor, Bachelorette episode.
Yeah. So before I get into mine, I want to play the clip from my Instagram. Right? So here we go. So listen, y'all. So follow me. Like we said, Awesome _nobody. A couple weeks ago, where's it at? Here it is. My guys got me together and it was like, yo, we planning a guys trip. We're not going to tell you where. And right before we went left. And so this is the clip I made afterwards.
They said like you were going to Jersey, right?
Yeah, they said I was going to do some stuff at the studio and record a video for one of my friends. I think the volume is down. So this is the video I made after we came back. Oh, here it is. Funny business. This ain't the hangover. Let me start over. My bad, y'all. It was
so
muted.
Everybody on there, it says Evan's bachelor party. It looks like a flyer.
Yeah. So this is the clip. Well, fellas, here's to a great bachelor party. Remember to delete your phones before we leave here, too. And that funny business. This ain't the hangover. So I ended up getting there with the guys, and then we went to the airport, and we ended up going to Las Vegas. And this is the clip. This is the video from it.
This is the video.
And I tried to document it. So that's the Hoover Dam from the air. And then that's me at the, on the exit bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Just touched down. Now, I've been to Vegas a lot of times. So this is not my first time to Vegas. We stayed at the Palms. And then come to find out the Palms was closed.
The casino was still closed?
Everything was closed.
So this was pandemic.
Yeah. So it really wasn't much going on. And so that whole side was empty. But these were like condos. So...
you guys had a really nice place.
Yeah, I mean, it was dirt cheap. That's why. Nobody was in there.
Yeah.
Here's to the bros here, the bros not here, wealth and health. Here's to July 5th and an awesome wedding. Cheers.
You love that Basie cup.
Well, I mean, if you need something to set the mood, I mean, as far as like what we're doing.
Look at the strippers.
I was on the strip.
I know,
the strippers on the strip.
Hey, what? Don't mean
the
they weren't
strippers
strippers.
on the strip. It makes sense, right? And that's the fellas right there. That's Bell. He's in the wedding. That's Reeve. Mm-hmm. He wanted that drink so bad. But see, we wasn't lying. We did go to the studio. So some people, paintball. Some people bowl. But we had.
But you guys are musically connected.
Yeah, we are.
Like
So and this is the thing. A lot of people who do music in the same town don't like to work with each other. I'll be like, I want to work with anybody.
Yeah.
And sure enough. We went to the green screen, but we were doing shooting his videos, and his video actually just came out.
Where's this
this was new apparently. This was Area 52 or something like that.
Okay.
And it's I don't know where it is because it's new. And they had interesting wings and food, and they had like a golf simulator in there, and
nice.
And we just hung out and chilled and drunk and stuff like that, and just relaxed.
Awesome is a really good golfer. He don't like to spread that around, but he is definitely one of the better golfers that I know.
Well, it's not cloudable, as I say.
But you should make it cloud.
And that was it. So I wanted to share that first, and then I'll tell the story.
Mm-hmm. So tell the people.
Tell the people.
Tell the people exactly what happened.
Talk to the people.
So if you're OG Wedding Edition listeners, you'll know. You'll know how funny the story is.
So let me take it from the tippy top, right? My thing about this whole wedding process was that we have the power to create our own, traditions. And I really wanted us to spearhead that in our wedding, do things differently, do things our way. I mean, I was really taking it to the point, why do we even have to buy a diamond ring? This girl next to me has known I've loved her probably since the first day, right? And I'm like, there's so many things I feel like are just for the system. You buy these expensive rings for the economy.
Stimulating the economy.
Really, it's just more things. It has nothing. Those things have nothing to do with us. Even to the actual wedding, even though it's about us, it's really for the guests. Right. Yeah. And so
it's a celebration. It's a party.
I just kind of was like, we need to do things or traditions, need to be kind of new. And so getting to the Bachelor and Bachelorette party, I told her I didn't want to have one.
Yeah.
And I was like, why would I have a bachelor party with strippers when I'm already with the one I want to be with? You get what I'm saying?
You take it so literal, darling. And everybody does not have strippers at their bachelor party. It's a celebration for you. It's your party for your friends to celebrate.
I like that better, the way you put that.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah, and so it's really
TV and movies, they make it seem like it's all about going to a strip club.
That's because that's what it is.
But no, darling, everybody don't do that.
No, that's what. There's two things. You either do the strippers, meaning have them come, or you don't, and everybody says it was whack, it was horrible, and they'd be like, yo, they start to look at you like you less of a man. They really do. They really
I feel
do.
like you said, paintball. Some people go camping.
Yeah, but
like they do like manly things. Like,
yeah, you're right.
I think that a lot of people do their bachelor.
But you get what I'm saying? The machismo and the testosterone around that whole thing has to be maxed out for some reason. Like it has to. You have to be at your bachelor party. You have to have had the strippers. So I just was saying to her, like, I didn't want to put myself in that situation. Right. I was kind of telling you, I was like, look, I really don't want to have a bachelor party to put myself in that situation when I've worked so hard to end up with the one I want.
Yes.
Because God forbid, and Little Miss knows this. I was telling her before, like, you know, there, like, you never know, like anything can happen. If you watch, was it Insecure? Right? I forget the guy Rob, the guy, just case in point. The guy was supposed to get married and he ended up sleeping with the stripper the night before, and his wife was like, we done. And it's just like,
they got married. They got married.
No, they didn't. They didn't. She called it off. He was sad, and then he started dating her like a month later.
I thought that was Amanda Seale's character's husband.
No, I'm talking about the guy who hangs out with Lawrence.
That's him, I think. But I got you. No.
And
no, you're right. You're right. It's the other guy.
Mm-hmm. So I just felt like there was a lot of pressure on me, you know what I'm saying, to do that. And I don't like strip clubs. You get what I'm saying? Like I've been in my past. Like I grew up in North Jersey, Passaic, North. I was around where it was like, I'm trying to think.
All the good strip clubs.
All the good strip clubs.
Jersey
you know what I'm saying?
Girls,
I'm talking about past Jersey Girls. I'm talking about Jersey Girls was where you wanted to go to be seen. I'm talking about the ones that you could go in and go in the back.
Well, darling, that's illegal.
It's not, but if they doing it though, you know what I'm saying? So I just was like this. I really, at this point in my life, didn't want to put myself in that situation. That's what it was about.
Mm-hmm.
So fast forward, we're engaged, we're getting ready to get married, and we had to have the conversation about bachelor parties and bachelorette.
Yes.
Yours came up that you were going to go to Las Vegas.
Yep.
And I said, I don't think that's a good idea.
You were very adamant about it too. Now let's just take
after what I just said,
let's take a step back. I got pulled in Las Vegas because I am in the entertainment industry,
which makes it even worse. Which makes it
like so lush, like penthouse
worse.
suites and going to the shows and getting dinner reservations at the exclusive
and
restaurants.
That's not what any of y'all is going to do out there.
But see, no, this is going to be the ultimate argument because this is always what I say to Awesome. That is so cliche for you. You talked about this whole thing of like changing the ways of it, right? You can't change the ways and the traditions without changing the thinking, right? If the antiquated thinking is therefore, if girls gone wild go to Las Vegas, they're going to cheat, then don't change anything, right? Because if you don't change the way you think, it doesn't make any sense to change anything. Just keep doing whatever has been done before and keep thinking that way. That's how I look at it, right? If you're saying, like, let's get rid of this capitalistic stuff, let's get rid of the diamond rings, let's get rid of the all the stereotypes and the misogyny behind what happens at bachelorette parties then.
Well, y'all we both, guys and females, have to stop doing it.
I never had, see, this is the thing. I think, and me and you've had this conversation, I think that my gene of being not jealous, because I do get jealous if I feel somebody is blatantly trying to come on to you in front of me, but the thoughts of like, maybe you sleeping with a stripper in Las Vegas, that don't even come into my wheelhouse. Like that's not an awesome thing. That's any boyfriend that I've had. That doesn't come off. Please don't make that come off as like, I think I'm that chick that nobody would ever cheat on me. It just isn't in my thought process of like something the fallacies of like, what we see on The Hangover happening in real life. He tells me all the time, they're just movies. They're fake, right? That's how I think about stuff like that.
Well,
like
I've been talking about the horror stories.
But even stuff like that, somebody wrote that and dramatized it.
It's loosely based.
And it's loosely based, right? So that's how I'm thinking. Mm. So if you went to a strip club, I don't think that if you can't enjoy yourself and you won't cheat on me. Like you will cheat on me. Let me rephrase that. That doesn't come in my brain. What you think, though, is automatically, if there's these girls and there's some guys that come over and you guys are intoxicated, you'll let them pick you up and hit on you.
Okay.
That's what you think.
Well, I want to tell you a story, and I guess I'm comfortable sharing this on the podcast, and I don't think I've told you this story. So I don't know if it was high school or a little bit after high school, but everybody had a mutual friend that was a female that was getting married.
Mm-hmm.
And so the girl took pretty much all the girls to a bachelorette party or some strip club.
Yeah.
And, you know, me and all my boys hung together and all our girlfriends pretty much hung together because we all went to high school.
Mm-hmm.
And so all our girlfriends go to the strip club and all the guys just stay home and hang out, right? No big deal.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, when they all came back, it was just different. The air was so different.
Uh-huh.
The air was so different. And like, I mean, you know, like you said, I was kind of just like, you know, it's whatever. Like, but one of my friends was like, yo, did you hear? Yo, did you hear? I'm like, no, I didn't hear what? He like, yo, they all went over there. They all was at the strip club and the stripper put such and such head underneath the towel.
But what does that matter if he got his underwear on?
I don't think he had his underwear on. And I don't think it was just a flash. And so, and this was I believe, I don't want to say who it was, but this was my girlfriend at the time.
Oh, see, you've told me this, but I didn't know that was your girlfriend.
That was my girlfriend at the time. So she, you know,
So
and
you're
nobody wanted.
traumatized.
And so the girl, and because I'm wondering, like, why the hell would they come back
That
like
makes
that?
sense now.
Why would they come back like that? Like they was all like, you should have seen, because my one friend lived with his girl, so we was all over there hanging with him, and they all came back in, and they was giggling, laughing outside, and they just stopped talking once they came in, and it was funny because, like, and I'm like, you know, like, something changed? Like, nobody had to say nothing. I don't know if I can paint the situation like that.
No, when the
but I'm just like, yo,
air,
what's up? Like, why y'all like, what's up? Like, why y'all all being funny? Like, nobody would look at me. Everybody else kikiing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but see, this is the thing I started to learn. Like, certain people will put her in situations and make her do things.
Well, if you were manipulated, if you're easily manipulated, that will happen.
Yeah, like I'm guessing that somebody came towards them and they just pointed towards her, right? And then she was like, yeah, come on, do it. You know what I'm saying?
She probably was just
because she wouldn't do it. I know for a fact at that time she wouldn't have done that by herself, and everything has always been somebody instigating stuff towards her. You know what I'm saying? And so she did that, and you know I had a big problem with it, and that was kind of really it for me in strip clubs because, and then I mean, I've had exes that were strippers. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Not knowingly. But I just didn't like that environment. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like what it bred. And so I tried really hard to stay out of that. And then so for me personally, I didn't want to go into that environment.
I understand, but that had nothing to do with me.
You're right. And you know what? Maybe it's just something I really didn't deal with. And it came back up when we started talking about it. And maybe I should have just been like, look, this is really what the problem is.
Yeah. Which you've told me that story. I didn't know it was your girlfriend specifically, but... I can see how that's a mess. Messy people do messy things, right? And so they don't realize the repercussions even years later what that will have on somebody, or the butterfly effect of another person that they haven't even met that they have that effect on. So we were lock, stock, and barrel. We were going to Las Vegas. I personally love Las Vegas because I love the pools, the fancy restaurants. I don't even gamble. Like, I just love Las Vegas, the shows, the concerts. Like, I love all of that because I have built my whole career on being an entertainment executive. And so, you know, you really were upset. You were really upset about this whole Las Vegas thing.
I know. I also know for a fact too, like, that people target y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know y'all, I don't want to be honest. I know that y'all are strong, independent black women, but like, y'all don't see the other side of that. When I've been at bars in Vegas and a whole bridal parade walks through, right? They've got their sashes, they got their penises around their neck, and the white dudes at the bar is like, yo, I'm gonna fuck the bride tonight. And so it's really not y'all that I have a problem with. It's the people around y'all that I don't trust. And that's what I always say to you.
But you have to trust me
this the thing.
Not do bad things.
You're right. But y'all gonna go around with y'all little list, and I know about the list. So what I'm talking about is the brides make this piece of paper, and it has to do on there. And it'd be like, get a guy's underwear, French kiss a midget. It'd be stupid stuff, right? And then, don't get me wrong, it sounds like a lot of fun. It sounds like a lot of fun.
It's a blast.
But guess what? The one thing that they always put on there, you kiss somebody, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like
doing too much.
Yeah, y'all know I've seen the paper.
Darling,
Kiss a stranger, triple kiss.
No.
Kiss a woman.
What people are you dealing with? Okay. But needless to say,
I just said I've seen the paper.
You seen the paper?
Yeah.
It
it's Googleable. Google Bachelor party.
So
Bachelorette.
You on the internet. You
party
believe
list.
Everything on the internet?
I actually do.
Oh, yeah, you are. You one of those
I'm
people
sure a lot of people do.
You're one of those people that do believe everything on the internet.
I'm sure I do.
No, so what we did was when we postponed, we canceled it. We canceled the bachelorette party. I was sad, like everything was coming to an end. So first was the cancellation of bachelorette party because there was no travel. When we were leading into our wedding last time, you remember around this time last year, the whole country was at a stay-at-home order.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing was open besides the essential businesses, which was like the grocery store and the pharmacies. That was it. Some food outlets were open. So we canceled that. Then I was like, oh, it's okay. I have my bridal shower. It won't be any big deal. Then we canceled the bridal shower. Then we postponed the wedding. So I was already sad. But the one thing that I will say is that I always want to echo, which this is a big deal. My mom, Awesome's mother-in-law, really advocates for him. Like, more so than I probably have seen a mother-in-law, son-in-law relationship. You and my mom have really grown to be like very close friends.
Well,
you guys
I think your mom sees the work I be putting in for
she
you.
Loves
like
you. She
sees how I
knows that you are going to treat her daughter.
It's not easy day-to-day managing you though. And she sees that
it's not easy managing me, darling.
She sees that I day-to-day manage you. She sees that I day-to-day manage her, and you be out here with the out here.
Don't y'all sit here and let Awesome tell you that I will say I am a handful. And I appreciate everything that you do. But like it's not that bad being around me.
I didn't say bad to be around. I said you're just a handful. Like,
okay,
you don't stop. Like you throw punches.
Awesome does a lot of things every day for me, and not like he's like carrying me over puddles. He makes sure that the podcast is up. He makes sure that like things are organized. Like we're in the midst of writing some things. He goes and gets the editor and all that. He does a lot of management. He does. But darling, you thrive in that. That is what you like to do. But you just want me to be obedient. And I'm not the most obedient person.
It's not. World. No. Look, that sounds crazy. It's not about the obedience. I just want you to realize that some of the things that you ask are not easy. And then I also want you to realize that, some things take time. Like you I feel like sometimes you want.
Because there's nothing that I don't think
you like.
You
are like
do.
Mary Poppins. You be like, supercalifragilistic. You be wanting things to pop appear
because, darling, you have set such a high standard. You get things done and you do them expeditiously.
Well,
so
you know
then
why,
when the
right?
next time it comes around, I'm like, do it 10 times faster. You did it 5 times faster last time. You did that to yourself. You created that
I created
atmosphere.
A monster. I created
a monster. You created that space of me having very high expectations and them being met.
But you always had high expectations.
Yes, I have.
And I'm guessing that, I'm saying in the past, other people haven't met those expectations.
They could care less.
They be having mad expectations.
They could care less. And that is why I am with you.
Yeah. So
you care.
So now you know my why I don't like, females to go to the stripper things.
No, I got
Plus,
you.
I seen Real Sex growing up. That joint look crazy. The last thing you want is your girl to.
That's what's wrong with y'all.
But
why
listen,
were y'all watching
this what
that
I'm saying.
at a kid's age?
The last thing you want is your girl to be around anaconda strapped to somebody's waist. All right? That's the last thing you want a girl to be around. A dude who is literally ridiculous.
Listen, I think that more people need to talk about how that is a mutation. I do. That's not normal.
I don't know, because honestly, I don't look at stuff like that.
Being like a responsible adult and being like, it's just like, and no offense to anybody, but like, when people have that disease where it's the elephant legs. Like what? I don't know what that's called.
Well,
it's called elephantitis. I'm not sure what it's called. No. But that's actually a disease. We need to think about that when it comes to this other thing that we're just talking about, because some of that is not right.
No,
and I'll just tell you that.
It is normal for them.
No. Anyway. But so fast forward to now. By the time you got, not by the time you got.
So fast forward to now. Let me hit them with this. So fast forward to now. They surprised me with the trip. I went to Vegas.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I showed y'all the video. But it ended up being cool because I had been working so hard. And I know it was a pandemic, and nobody had really been anywhere, and everything was cheap, and I kind of needed to reconnect with people, and it was kind of just like, I didn't know where it was. I thought it was Jersey. I'm all for the green screen, and I kind of needed it to go. You get what I'm saying? Like I understand it put me in a very, hypocritical position, but I needed to go.
So he told me, no way, Jose, on Las Vegas. And basically what happened, his friend surprised him and he went to Las Vegas. You just let God do your work.
Well, because what happened was we started talking. The guys in the wedding started talking in the morning.
Yeah, you guys were having like good business calls, good motivational.
We were getting up and calling and talking and stuff, and just kind of connecting before the wedding. And then they was kind of like, we were kind of just saying on there like, we should all get together and like, all right, let's just meet in Jersey because most of them live in Jersey, and then that's how I just sprungboarded to something else. I mean. I think the flight was like $70 to $50. I can't even remember.
I'm sure it was cheap.
It was so cheap. You know what I'm saying? And the rooms were cheap because it ended up being 4 of us with Belle's brother. But
y'all really had like a villa. That's like what they call a villa out there.
Yeah, I think it was like maybe 120 a person. You know what I'm saying? Like it was nothing for 4 or 5 days, I think.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It was really cheap.
Really nice.
It was nice, really but nice. Vegas is built like that. They want you to come out there, but
they want you to lose your money. They want you to go out there and be like, wow, this is like nothing I've ever done in my life before. This is overindulgence and, 72-ounce drinks and all you can eat buffets and
a lot of
lobster, whatever you want.
Listen, a lot of people out there driving Ubers.
Yeah.
Full time.
Well, because a lot of people lose their money. They have to, they become homeless out there and then they become Uber drivers.
Man, no, people are volunteering to move to Vegas to become Uber drivers.
Well, because
the guy who picked me up, he had a SUV and he had a cooler in there. And he probably wasn't supposed to do that, but he was selling liquor in there. So he was selling shots. They got
party Ubers, right?
Well, he had a party Uber. He was selling shots. He was playing music. He like, that's just what I do all day. He's like, he made like $3,000 a week. Cause he's like, I'll just drive pretty much until he get tired. Yeah. It's every day.
I love it.
He just stacking. I mean, it's the new way to work. Like it's the new way to work.
I'm compulsive because like I would never sleep. If the money was out there, I still would be picking people up. Like I would not know how to. If I got a ping, I'd be like, I'm gonna just go pick that one last person up.
He probably got it down to a science where he could probably do 4 trips and make probably $300.
Oh, I'm sure, because the surge and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
them distances between the casinos is a lot further than you think.
Yeah, off strip to on strip that's probably like when I would work out there, it would be like a $15 Uber drive, and it's not that far, but I guess driving proximity in a city like that, it is. Yeah. So you went to Vegas. Did you have a good time?
I did. I always like Vegas. I've been out there probably 7 or 8 times. And I always liked the weather. I actually like the weather way better than the East Coast. Arizona and Nevada and what other place? Utah and Seattle. And Seattle are probably like my top.
Too high, much elevation.
4 places that I really like. And
I get the elevation sickness.
Yeah. So I mean, we went out there. We hit the strip. They had never been out there. So they were really hoping for me to show them. And I did. I just showed them around. We just walked the strip. And as you saw in the clip, Reef got arrested. You know what I'm saying? By the strippers on the strip. He was mad. They charged him $60 for that.
Did they?
Man, they will hold you down. That's why I don't take pictures. It's like in Times Square.
They want their
cheddar. They want their cheddar. So yeah, but I mean, it was mostly just talking. We did shoot the video. Actually, my friend Bulletproof Belv, at bulletproof, I believe _Belv on Instagram. He just dropped the video today.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Sunday. It'll come out Monday. So he just
Make
dropped
sure y'all
it.
check that out.
And yeah, so I put that on my social media. And so that's it. I got a cameo in there and stuff. So we actually did like solid work while we was there. I did a ton of drops. I interviewed him. I dropped this podcast, my podcast. I dropped our 2 other secret podcasts that we haven't released yet or told anybody about. But we did tons of stuff out there.
Yeah.
And we did not. And this is so funny. Now we talked about the strip club. I didn't even think about going to the strip club out there. Like, cause Mayweather had, that's probably the only one I would go to was the Mayweather one.
What is his thing
Girls
called?
Club or Doll's House or something like
Play
that.
Girls or play dolls.
Where the
or
girls are
like
supposed to be or something like that.
No, his strip club is really nice.
It looks like it. And while we was out there, we was just chilling on the balcony. All I needed is a balcony, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. And just chilling.
That's why girls, listen, I've known enough guys in my life. Y'all be thinking that they really out here bugging. They do stuff like that. They be like, yo, we just gonna sit on the balcony and talk. They be talking about how, yo, you remember when so-and-so in 3rd grade got beat up?
Yeah, me and Reese connected for a long time.
They don't even be like wild. That's why I don't be worried.
Well, that's because we know better, right?
Well, no, not
but
everybody.
when it comes to y'all, y'all don't know better. My theory with the ladies is that y'all have no chill or no limit.
Anybody that's known me in my 20s knows I pushed it to the limits. I did. I used
push
to
it to the limit.
I don't say I was never promiscuous, but I was a little wild in the clubs. Like I would do just like wild stuff. Like, there's been guys that have like gotten to fist fights and stuff over me. There's like,
what?
There's been that. Like I will say, I cannot sit here and lie to y'all like, oh, I'm this perfect angel. Like I've never done nothing in a day in my life. No, that's not the case. Like I remember very vividly being like, Candace, why did you do that? Like, why are you out here driving these young men crazy? And not to say that I am like driving all the boys crazy. But like, I've done some things that I'm like,
done some things.
You started that ish. Like, why'd you do that?
Yeah.
But no, I'm older now. Like it just is not, when you have lived life, I have what they call lived life, honey. Like I've lived and I have no regrets about my 20s. I left no youth on the table. I left it all there, and from 19 to 29, I left it all there. Like there was none to be had.
Mm-hmm. Living my life like a monster. Living my life like a monster.
Listen, I was living my life like it was golden.
Yeah.
And so that's why to me that stuff is not alluring. Now I understand a lot of people don't have finances to be able to go party like that. Yeah. They still kind of like, people do basement kickbacks until they might be in their 25s, 30s.
Yeah.
At 25, 30, I had gone to Las Vegas like 4 times, all expenses paid. Like,
shit, I was going to the actual fights in Vegas.
I
was ringside for a couple of them joints.
It's a classic picture that I will post because I can't wait to post it because we haven't all been together. Jen, Tay and Janessa and myself, I was healing from a broken heart. And I was 19 years old, turned 20, or I think I was 20. Yeah, 19 or 20. And I was like, you know what? Let's rent a beach house in like South Carolina. And we went on this girls trip. We all haven't been on a trip together since that trip. So I'm really excited to take those pictures. Mm-hmm. But I remember just having so much fun on that trip. But I was 19 booking that stuff and was like, yo, we're out.
Yeah, well, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised that, I'm sure that people run into people and people hook up in different places randomly, and Vegas is one of the hookup places. Mm-hmm. Honestly, the chances of people hooking up and not checking their ID is high. And I'm sure some of these people was maybe at 18 or a little bit younger that people randomly hook up with. You got to be careful who you're kissing in the bar.
I have had alias names. I've lied about my age. I've done all of that. Not when I was 16 talking about I was 18, but I was 18 talking about I was 21. I'm out here mid-30s trying to say I'm 25. I don't know why men do that.
Y'all keep telling me I look like that. I look like an old guy, but y'all darling, keep saying I look like I'm 21.
You look like a baby.
I definitely don't.
Awesome looks very young. But anywho, so that's why to me, wilding out like that no longer is fun. What's fun to me is spending time with my friends, doing silly stuff, going to like a vineyard and a wine tasting. Like my excitement
Napa Valley
of like my bougie level has really ascended. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to go do stuff in like eat tuna tartare. I mean, well, steak tartare. Like, you know what I mean? And like do that kind of stuff and be like, have you tried the steak tartare at this restaurant? And I just want to be that person. Be like, oh yeah, I have had a Sauvignon Blanc from 1864. Like I want to be that person now.
Darling, you are that person.
I want to be
we had the tartare. We had the caviar.
What's
part
the
of the
fish
brunch
that
crowd.
everybody's like, it's the most exclusive.
Mofongo?
Yeah, I want to eat that.
Mofongo was Dominican.
But no, not mofongo. The shark or what is the one that's poisonous?
Blowfish.
Blowfish. I want to have a piece of blowfish. You know what I mean? Like that's like I want to do exclusive, like high end thing. I want to rent a yacht and go to like Monaco. I don't want to put my head between a man's legs and his face my penis be on his face and under the towel.
And suck his penis.
That's not what's fun to me anymore. It's not what's fun to me no more. And I so it's just like different. I'm not a young bride either. Like, we really have this conversation. Everybody's like, stop saying that. You're fine. I'm not a young bride. I'm not 23 years old getting married.
Is that what a young bride is?
Yes. That's like fresh out of college when people normally get married. That's young.
That's what you said, when people normally?
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, I've heard about
we talk about this in the African American community. It's not normal to us. But everybody else, that's typically when they get married. They used to send the girls to college to find their husband. That was the reason that they were sending the girls to college.
I was actually going to say people get married like a year or two after college.
24, 25. I know people that got married at 18 after high school because they wasn't going to college. So anyway, the thing is, I'm not that wild out, bug out person because I have done that. I have done the things that people wish they could do in their life. And I'm very happy. And I just want to celebrate my love and joy. But I do stress to you, it's important for me to be able to go with my friends. Because sometimes you don't want the husbands can't always go. Sometimes there's stuff going on in their lives that they don't even want to talk about in front of male company. And if you never have those trips or those moments or anything for you, just have you time with your girlfriends, that's not healthy. That's not healthy to do that. And I don't want to start that precedent of like, hey, you can never go out with your friends. I'm not saying that you say that to me. I'm just saying in general, I've seen marriages genuinely not work out because that's what they feel like, you can't ever be with your friends ever again. That's not healthy at all. But
all right, so let's go to a clip real quick, and this is what
I didn't even tell them. I didn't even tell them what I'm doing.
Okay.
What do you want?
Ahead.
You gonna go do that first?
No, tell them what you're doing.
So I was on the thing. I was on a roll.
My bad.
So neither here nor there. Austin wants me to jump right into it. So after the pandemic, I just was kind of like shell shocked from the whole like canceling, postponing. I told my bridal party, I said, listen, y'all got it. I don't care where we go, just not Las Vegas. And because Evan will have a stroke, and I don't care what we do for my bridal shower. Just let me know what days to take off. Don't even tell me any details because I am genuinely a person that likes to be surprised. I do. Like when you surprise me with, that's not a lie.
I'm just messing with you.
That's not a lie. Don't tell people that because I do genuinely. You don't like to be surprised, and I be trying to surprise you.
You like to block your own blessings. That's what the surprise is. Planning a surprise for Candace means that she'll say no to whatever you're trying to lead her into.
But see, that's you not being able to finagle me to surprise me. That's different.
Because you have to, for a surprise to work, you have to, it's almost like a bait and switch. Mm-hmm. You have to be like, hey, we're going to Six Flags. Surprise, is everybody here at the house in the backyard? Like, you be like, I don't feel like going to Six Flags. And you be like, you got
to be convincing though, darling. You be like,
I just use that as an example, and then but like, I try to be. I try to be. I've tried to plan surprises for you that you didn't know about, and I had other people setting it up close to you, and you shot them down like, nah, I don't feel like doing anything. I'm like, she said what? Like, damn.
Yeah.
And I just had to come out with the gift like, here, I was trying to plan, but you just shot down everything.
Well, also too, listen, I'll be very transparent. I I work an exuberant amount of hours. So there is not a lot of, there's not a lot of like, when somebody, it has to be something
grandioso,
not grandioso, but
or something worth it. I get what you're saying.
It has to be like, oh, we gotta go do that. If it's something like,
but you know, darling, it's the small things. Remember that.
You're right.
The small things,
you're
darling.
Right. I've had a rough year, and I don't know. I'm not like, I don't want to play the smallest violin in the world. I am exhausted. I'm mentally exhausted. I'm physically exhausted. I just have had a rough year, but I'm so happy with that being said. So neither here nor there. I told them, I said, I don't want to know any of the details. Just let me know what days I need to take off, and that's it. So they went in a planning mode, and I shout out to my bridal party. They are just, I won't say it here because I have a lot of words I need to express to them throughout this wedding process, like during the weekend. So I'll save my precious words because they all know how much they mean to me, and I'm extremely blessed. They told me, hey, take this weekend off. I said, boom, cool, done. Then like a couple months later, they were like, it was something happened. And so they were going to try to surprise me with like something, but they did surprise me with a box, and the box came. But I still didn't know up until that point, but it was kind of like getting down to the wire because I had to buy a plane ticket somewhere. So what happened was, and I'll put it on my reels because I taped it. They sent me. I don't have it yet. I'm going to put it up when we release it. They sent me this sheet, and it says, Nashville looks good on you. Sweethearts crash Nash. So if you guys have been following our journey, my bridal party is called Candy Sweethearts because they call me Candy. They're my sweethearts. You know, we love candy. It's just a whole vibe, right? So the Sweethearts crash Nash. And we're going to Nashville. And they totally surprised me. I got a box that had like all these gifts in it. And it had the itinerary. And I'm really thankful and excited. So then I booked my flight to Nashville. But there's one caveat that we are all missing in this whole thing when Austin was like, don't go to Las Vegas. My mom was coming to my bachelorette weekend wherever we went. She was going to go to Las Vegas with us. She's coming to Nashville. My mom has truly, in my adult years, have become one of my best friends in the whole entire world. I love my mom, not just for her being my mom, but being a woman I can share experiences in life with. And my mom is dope. Everybody loves her. She is a blast. So, of course, she was invited. So we're going to have a good time in Nashville. They told me to get my cowboy boots a packing because we're dancing. And I've never been to Nashville, so I'm really excited. So go ahead, darling.
So I just brought up, so this is case in point. I brought up a video
Look at
from
YouTube
that basically shows you what a bridal bachelorette party in Nashville looks like. So you guys ready? Here we go.
Darling, did you pre-screen this video?
I did not.
Look, they're having some beers.
I'm trying to make it bigger real quick. Let me just pause real quick. I want it to be bigger.
Oh, it was raining on her bachelorette party.
She don't care. She don't even know it's raining. Can I make it bigger? Oh yeah, here it is. It's a big one. Yeah, there it is. All right. She don't even know it's raining.
Mm-hmm. So she's got a little journey.
She flew out.
She flew out.
COVID bride.
COVID bride. Aww. Look at this girl.
That's like,
we're giving this girl mad shine on our YouTube.
Corin. Look. Chug.
Oh, Corinne.
I think it's Corin.
Corin?
Corryns.
Those were the penis balloons, darling.
Just don't put them in your mouth. The boots.
Oh, she did a good job. Mm-hmm. This is mad mellow, darling.
Oh, I'm sure the chaos hasn't started yet.
No,
this is what you call the build up to the knockdown.
Build up to the knockdown. Okay. All right.
Wine
glasses. Okay.
Take a shot every time I take a shot. 3. I'm the official drink counter. Oh, White Claw.
Oh, look at the White Claw.
Oh, she went down. Look.
Bad bitch drink.
5 shots.
Look at that.
Look, more White Claw than Uber.
Yo, I'm stretching and hydrating all week.
Mm-hmm. So they on the block. Look, no stupid people. Only they on the block. Oh, they got a little bus.
Look at that. I'm excited.
Man, that's a good business right there.
Those little pedal boats, pedal buses.
Oh wow. This is supposed to you hold on to it, not swings, girl.
They're just having fun, darling.
What's the team out there in Nashville?
Tennessee Titans.
That makes sense for it to be there.
I don't think it's in Nashville though.
That's
They
what
got
I'm
a
saying.
baseball team out there.
That's what I'm trying to think.
I'm not sure.
How is that car driving though? Oh, it's being pulled by a tractor?
It's the country, darling.
I'm like, he ain't driving, he DJing. Now, let's see. We get the
They're
point.
just having a good time.
I
don't think there's anything wild to do in Nashville, darling.
Yeah, right. I'm just
I
waiting
do
for it
want
to
to
get
ride
crazy.
the bull. I do enjoy riding the bull.
All right. So like I said,
It's the music capital of the South.
I wanted to see when they started getting really faded. That's what I thought was going to happen.
There's
Or
no
when the policeman came to arrest Corin and he really pulled out his gun.
Darling, they're not going to put the shit.
You're right.
I'm not doing any funnels. I haven't done a funnel since I was in college.
They got the Nashville Hot and Truth or Dare. Okay, you're right. It's pretty chill. Let's see if we can find.
You want to find somebody that is turning up at their bachelorette party. It don't even be that crazy.
Look,
I'm excited though. I am. I got my cowboy boots.
Here we go. Every bachelorette party in Vegas. This should be funny.
They're probably spoofing it.
Yeah, they're spoofing
looks
it.
a little bit more like this. Then you should click right
They're
here.
Commercials, man.
I know the commercials, Lord.
I believe in Nashville. You know what I'm saying? Get a picture of me. Okay, hold on. Get on the other side. Oh, perfect. Oh, get on that side. Yes. Oh, love it. Yes. Like the boutiques are just incredible.
I'm gonna take all the pictures in Nashville.
Perfect flowers.
The Gram's gonna be lit. Liddy Liddingtons.
Really ready for it to be my turn. Pause. What is that? Frothy monkey.
Oh my gosh, this is literally the best dirty try.
They must live there.
They must.
No, I could really.
But
see
I
myself
mean,
being here.
listen, I'm all about. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. I'm all about that. Frank the Tank is about to come out. I have been in retirement. Awesome always says, he's like, I can't believe you're such a lightweight. And I'd be like, you do not know how much drinking I did from like 21 to 25. I remember one time, I won't even tell that story. I've just had some bad nights. And you know those nights that you ask God, like, God, if you get me through this, I promise you, I will not drink again. I have had those days. I'm hydrating. I am definitely going to stretch because I know that I'm going to be dancing and having a good time. And I have not danced in a long time. And I'm just excited. I wanted to pull up some pictures just so y'all know how we give it up on the gram. So if you want to see Candy Sweethearts, you can definitely check out my Instagram. We went on our engagement cruise to Mexico, and my bridal party is just bomb. I don't have much more to say. I mean, let's get into it. Serving all of the looks, okay? We just serve.
Photos by me.
Photos by Awesome.
By Awesome.
Yes.
Not one tag.
Those are reposts, though, darling. You got posted in the originals.
Pay me my money.
No.
Don't make this a Joe
No.
and the situation where the accountant misses.
Lord have mercy. But no, I'm excited. A few people are missing in that photo, but we have a big wedding party, and I'm really excited. I am just all about this Black love, Black excellence, Black weddings, melanated brides. Like, I'm just really excited let's get into it. Let's just get into this full on slay. Okay. I have them wear black a lot of times, but we have some really cool pictures of them and Awesome and myself in all their colors. So we did like a Skittles kind of thing, like all the flavors, the Skittles.
Is that up here now?
No, and that's our new cover art. I like that for the podcast when we drop the podcast. So you want to play them the clip of the ring? You turned it off already. It's okay.
Yeah. I can always bring it back up. But I thought you were still talking about the bachelorette party.
Yeah. So that was it. We're going to Nashville. They did a really good job of surprising me. I have no idea what my bridal shower is going to be. I know what day it is. So my friends have been really funny. They're like, you still don't want to know any of the details? And I'm like, no. Mm-hmm. They're like, you still don't want to know the details? I'm like, no, I'm okay. They're like, I wouldn't be able to do it. How are you doing this? I'm like, I'm sure whatever it is, y'all, it is amazing and like a million times better than what I could have ever thought of in my wildest dreams. So they're pretty good.
Well, the best thing, y'all be together.
You know what
Yeah,
I
can
do
just
have
hang
to
out.
say? I have to say this. Everyone, not one of them have not said how supportive you've been. I don't know what conversations you've had with them through this
Where or
process.
what?
Just if they ask you a question or they need something and they text you or message you, they say, all of them say, Evan is always super on the spot.
Well, that's good to hear.
Amazing.
I mean, I've always tried to been helpful. It just may not have been perceived as being helpful, but I'm a pretty helpful person.
You are. You're a very good person. I think sometimes that your demeanor and your quietness sometimes comes off as being like standoffish until people really get to know you. But you are a very involved, helpful person.
Nah, just I'm a listener. I listen first. That's all.
Yes. Everybody ain't like me. And I think sometimes people always be like, if you ain't on 100 and like love everybody, I am very much like I can find anybody and find something I love about them. I'm that person. Everybody's not like that. Some people sit back, observe and figure out like, what is this person about? What are they doing? And that's A-okay too. Mm-hmm. Anything else they should know about bachelorette parties?
Yes. I mean, if the guy comes over with the towel and somebody goes like this to you,
deny.
We're gonna have beef, and I find out who that person is. We're gonna have beef.
Ain't gonna be no towels.
It'll be a full circle. It'll be like, damn, I'll be Mr. Krabs meme. Like, come back, nobody talking to me at the wedding. Nobody looking at me. They're like, hey, Evan.
Oh no.
Then somebody come over to me like, did you hear what happened? I'll be like, nah, what happened?
Seeing that video made me want a White Claw. I got taste for a White Claw.
White Claw. There might be one in there.
I'm just drinking White Claws and Ciroc and club soda. We still have a wedding dress to get into.
So let me ask you this though.
Formation.
Have you ever been to a bachelorette party outside of this one you're going to?
Oh yeah, a ton.
Huh?
And then none of them have ever been in a strip club.
But you know what? Honestly, too, when you think of my history,
different.
I don't really play around with that type of stuff because, like you said, because of the trauma I guess in my past. One of your friends was having that lingerie party, and I was pretty pissed back then.
Oh yeah, but I didn't go.
Well, because I was making a fuss.
You really were. He was having a stroke.
It's kind of cool. It was a good idea. I kind of get it now that time passed, and so I don't want you to think I'm still dwelling on it. But we were still very new in our relationship, and I was like, all right, I wasn't used to. I'm used to like girls being friends, but y'all are real friends. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different y'all like cut from the same cloth. Y'all really can like complete each other's thoughts. So I didn't really understand to the level that y'all was. And I'm just thinking like, okay, there's going to be, you know what I'm saying? I just was thinking too much about it. And I
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So I've always had situations like that where I just wasn't comfortable but it all stems from because I wouldn't do that to you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't want to do that. If I'm not going to do it, you don't do it. You know what I'm saying? And so, as far as the bachelorette parties, not saying who, what, where, like, what did you think of it? Like, you see what goes on. I'm guessing they had a stripper.
None of them have ever had a stripper. I'm not even lying. We went to
survey says
we went to a drag brunch for Aletha's.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think who
that's
else
what y'all want to tell us.
No, that was fun. That was it wasn't a brunch either. It was Lips in New York.
You even got the info straight.
No, it was at Lips in New York. If you ever been there, Lips is super famous. That was really fun. And then we went to Sugar Factory, like I think that's where y'all went to in Las Vegas, but we went to the one in New York. I'm trying to think who else's bachelorette party I went to.
Well, let me tell y'all something too that y'all might not know about her. She was about to get in trouble for something else because she kept booking the Thunder Down Under.
Oh yeah, see that's the thing. Awesome brings up a good point.
It's a pattern with her.
Thunder from Down Under like 8 times, Chippendales, and I have booked like rental deals of ballrooms, like in spaces that I've worked in, for women to bring in like the Thunder, like Magic Mike type stripper,
under the towel type
like the under the towel type thing. And so early on in my career, because they would want a female to do the dressing room for that stuff. I've been around the male strippers since I was fresh out of college, doing the shows like that. That
doesn't make me feel any better.
I'm just telling you, it's not to me. It's not anything like, oh my god, and if y'all saw how they got ready, you would be disgusted. And nothing against, I'm not trying to sex work shame, but the way that they make they big is like, you would be like, oh my God, no. There's pumps and lubes and all kinds of stuff. You don't even want to see it. It's nasty.
But anyway, that's bugged out.
Is.
That's bugged out.
It
But the thing is, like, you know, it happens. And
let me tell a quick story.
I don't know.
If I would not have come to Maryland for Thunder from Down Under, I would have never met the guy that interviewed me for the job that I have now. We would have never bought the house, and we probably wouldn't be getting married.
Nah,
I kid you not. I just thought about that. I came down here from my other job when I interviewed for my new job because I was.
Oh, I know. I was going to say. I had forgot for a second.
Chippendales. I'm sorry.
Well, so this is the thing with her, right? Every time, so when we were living in Mays Landing, right? I would be like, "You got a show this weekend? Who's your show?" She'd be like, "Thunder Down Under,"
because they would be here for like 2 weeks. Darling.
And I was like, okay. I was like, wow. I was like, oh, y'all gonna have a blast? And she'd be like, yeah, I'm working late. And I'd be like,
2 shows.
And then like a month later, I'm like, what show you guys having this? Thunder Down. I'm like, who is asking for this?
Everybody loves those shows.
And then it was like 3 times, 4 times, and then we come down here to Maryland. Guess what? The first show on her book.
Chippendales.
Thunder Down Under.
No,
I call them all Thunder Down Under.
It was Chippendales.
Right?
Those are my homies though. I
and
love
I'm like,
them.
yo, who? Nobody. I'm like, why?
Their
would you?
management company's easy to
And
work
then she
with.
like, I'm working late again. I'm like, Ken. And then I open the drawer over there, and it's the Thunder Down Under, the naked cards.
We got the cards.
And I'm like, yo, she really likes these dudes.
No, they're just easy people to work with. And I'm not like the actual people in the show, like the management company. I book shows for a living. I'm all about making money. Those shows are very profitable.
I hear you.
They're very profitable.
So she was.
I was like, I gotta make a good impression at my new job. I had to show them the money.
You went to a hard hit.
You
went to a solid show.
That one was loving that show.
Yeah,
they were loving it.
Yeah, so I bet.
Where the money reside. Where the money reside. Yeah, I love them strippers. But aside from that, right? I know Awesome doesn't like the strip club, but I don't mind going to the female strip club. I enjoy watching the show. I do. I do like watching the girls do the acrobats and all the stuff in the air. And, there was a time where like I really connected with all the Drake music because he like always was saving a stripper.
He's trying to come from.
And I'm like, oh, Drake's so nice. He's saving these strippers.
Wait. So somebody who saves a stripper, meaning get them to come out the strip club.
He would be giving them the money, like.
Yeah, but I'm saying, is that an honorable trait?
He's on fire tonight.
That's an honorable trait.
I thought it was. I was like, wow, like, because he would like sing it in like a song. And I'm like, he's really trying to help these girls out. He understands. I was naive.
I don't think that's how it works.
Oh, wow. I love these songs.
I don't think that's how it works, but I got you.
But like, then I realized, like, I was like, that ain't what happened there.
Listen, man, honestly, some of them stripper shows be intelligent. Like they used to have, not the Cat House one, but they used to have the one where it was like really sitting down and talking to the girls, and they was like, yeah, I got an engineering degree from MIT and blah, blah, blah. But those be the white ones,
The stripper culture is really interesting.
Like I've seen, like Atlanta used to have Cheetahs or whatever. It used to be downtown Atlanta, and nobody had ever been there, right? And one day we went there for lunch, and we had to like order food. We had to sit down.
Food is the best.
The girls had to walk out in these evening gowns, and this one black girl came up to us, and this is like 10 years ago, and she was like, yo, I just came over to say hi to y'all. Y'all the only black people I see here in a minute, and blah blah blah. And then she's like, when I come back out, when it's my time to dance, please like give me a tip and stuff like that. Like, what I'm saying? Like, and it was cool, but like, it's just, I don't know. Sometimes the air and what it is.
Strippers.
Plus, I didn't have bread like that back then, so I'm not. Why would I go to the? And then so me being from Atlanta, we did make our rounds. So I'm not gonna make it sound like I ain't never been to a strip club. I've been to all the big ones probably 3 or 4 times. Right? Awesome
was one of the biggest promoters in Atlanta at one point in his life. Don't y'all be sitting up here thinking that he is just so sweet and humble pie.
Well, this the thing.
That's how you be trying to make it come off, darling. Like, I'm just a quiet guy.
No,
I'm a nobody.
No, I just stopped telling people what I do, because the first thing I tell them that I did, they be like, you ain't do that.
But no, darling, that's why I took the nobody off of Awesome. That's why I just call you
I
Awesome.
Swear to God, like, so many times I would come back and tell people exactly what I did. They'd be like, you did not do that.
You can go anywhere on God's green earth with Evan, and
He's either been there or I know
or
somebody.
be like, Evan, it's wild. I'd be like, oh, so you're a quiet guy, huh? Yeah, you don't know nobody,
I never said that. I never said
you
that.
just be no.
I
you
just
play
I told
like
you that I
You
just be
play
chilling.
like
I just
you
be
chilling.
I just be
no,
chilling
there's
now.
no chill
I
in this
am.
body.
I ended it.
Listen,
Look, it's
look
like
at
this.
me, y'all. Do you see me? There is no chill in this person's body that is right next to me. None whatsoever. That's why he's laughing like that.
Well, no, I'm trying to explain that.
Tell him.
You know what I'm saying?
Explain it.
You retire and chill. You just retire out the game.
You're not out the game.
Out the game.
You're not out the game. When I met Awesome, somebody's was opening a sneaker store, and of course he was like, oh, come to make this run with me. I'm like that girl. I'm like, oh, let me make this run with my man. I love a good run. I gotta run up here real quick. That's how I was just like, I gotta run up here real quick. We used to go on runs.
But that's what I was doing. We just breezed through. We was going someplace else.
And I'm like that person. I'm gonna go breeze through. That's me. I love that. And so
you don't have to sound like that.
But that's how I think in my head. Like, oh, we're gonna go breeze through. Like, have a good time. And so, anywho, he's in there and he's like recruiting people for this rap concert. And my mind was blown. And I don't think at that time he kind of knew, like, I was like, oh, shoot. And he's like, looked at this one guy and he's like, yo, down with the hype? And I was like, what is the hype? And he was like making this like whole like cultural hip hop experience for like all these artists. And I'm like, he was like curating before curating was like even a thing. And so then he puts on this thing. What was the guy's name that did the Blue Room?
Oh, you're talking about Dan. I think his name was Dan.
No, it wasn't Dan. What was his name? I can't think of the guy that owned the club. Like was calling Awesome. Like,
all the time he wanted me to throw all the shows.
He wanted him to throw all of the shows. The hype was so dope, and I was like, oh my god, he's like a legend in his area.
And there was a strip club right next to it.
Yes.
Dude wanted me to throw pretty much like 10 shows a month. And I was like,
texting Awesome so much. I thought they had like it was like a crazy business deal going down.
At the time, pre-pandemic, he was like, yo, I can get anybody to headline for you. All you need is to bring the people. And so I did too. And I just really was trying to get the momentum. But then it's tough doing that. But then like now I talk about it and they thought people be thinking somebody else did it. And they'd be like, you know what I mean? Nah, he ain't do that, or he just do this, and he don't do that. Like I posted it, I got the links, I got all the footage performances. I put my name on, I'm right on the flyer, and they be like, "Oh, nah, he ain't do that."
Yeah, no. So this is what I'm saying. Back to strip clubs and all that. Awesome. I know he was out there with the out here. He always be trying to say, I won't do much.
Peanuts in LA, bubbling and doubling.
He don't have to. Yeah, exactly. I know because I live like when you live life. You get the vibrations of somebody that has lived life. And we don't talk about our past. Like in the past is past. You can't do nothing about it. But I just want you to know that I know that you know that I know that I know you live life.
You know who? Did you know what? To you know
exactly.
Who? Let's keep that between me and you.
Listen. As the camera sits on the Jay-Z book.
Well, you gotta live it. No, but I have been to a bachelor party before, and
how was that?
It's not as glamorous as you think.
Y'all sneaking the day before the wedding in Jamaica. Y'all wasn't gonna tell nobody y'all went out.
Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna get the man in trouble.
And then all the tea started coming out.
Exactly. That's why I wasn't going to say nothing.
Or you talking about a different one?
No, I was talking about a different
one. They went out the night before.
I'll tell that story too. But no, one of my college friends got married and he had something and we went through it. But this is the thing. This is the thing. When I say stripper, y'all, I'm sure y'all think of like.
Was she a big booty?
Y'all think of like. I'm trying to think. Give me a girl that's like
Malaya.
Okay, Malaya. Y'all think of Malaya.
She's on fire.
Y'all think of Malaya, right?
Mm-hmm. She is.
Man, the girls will come in there looking like the cashier from McDonald's.
They do. The strippers look like that. They do.
I'm like, yo, dude, we had to put in money.
That's why the Malayas get so much money because the other 30 girls in the club look like a regular old girl.
And then we just at the place chilling, talking, laughing, and he come in with the girls, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like he looked like he had found. He just scraped up anybody, honestly. Like he went in front of the building, was like, "Yo, y'all want to dance?"
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I was
That's
just
why
like,
people like going to Atlanta because the girls are so pretty in the strip club. Even though they might not all have
well,
those bodies, they're at
all right.
least pretty.
we was in
looking.
Atlanta though.
Oh, where were y'all at? Blue Flame?
No, we was at a secret location.
Shout out to Blue Flame. I love y'all.
But I have been to Blue Flame. Blue Flame got popular because of the boxing night.
Blue Flame is out the way. Blue Flame
Well,
ain't like
first of
it's
all,
like downtown.
Blue Flame looked like a shed.
Yes.
It looked like a trailer. Like, you know, it's long and skinny. That's
Y'all
really
see how
what the
we both went
original
to
Blue Flame looks like.
At different points in our
Campbellton
lives.
Road. That's off Campbellton.
I know. Listen,
Yeah.
I've been there.
But so girls, the rumor was about the Blue Flame that girls was going there to bad guys.
You know, it's like $50 for a woman to get into Blue Flame.
Mm-hmm. And so
It's crazy.
we kind of
money.
went there just to see like what was going on, and like some girls was in there trying to talk to one of my homeboys, and I was like, oh wow, I guess it's true. And but you know, like I said, money was slim in college, so that wasn't something we could do.
How much have you ever thrown in the strip club?
I mean, not more than 100. I don't think. I mean,
that's respectable.
Yeah, I mean,
at that age.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big cash guy.
How much I've thrown in the strip club.
I'm not a big cash guy. So I mean, I just if anything, I'll just get a hundo or something.
You gonna go, make it go. If you gonna go big.
Money gun.
My little sprinkle.
Yeah. Yeah, Blue Flame. So where else? I'm talking about Blue Flame. There's a place in Atlanta called Goosebumps.
KOD, right? No, there's not KOD
anymore. It's in Miami.
Yeah.
Goosebumps. We used to go to Goosebumps. That was Midtown.
Oh, I never heard of Goosebumps.
My friend Brandon used to go to lunch. So this is the thing. Like this is to me the strip club culture is two things. You either do it at night, but Atlanta is tough because that's when I'm talking about pre-BMF era. Mm-hmm. Well, the BMF era. So I was there when the billboard went up. I mean, I've seen Meech at Visions, you know what I'm saying? I've seen all that. Diddy at Visions. And if you go to I know the strip club we're talking about, I can't remember the name, but they will all be there. And so you talking about a line of cars and you might get your head blown off. Just saying. There was always a shooting outside the strip club. I know that strip club you're talking about with the real good food, with the real good food. Yo, listen. There was so many shootings out there. Plus, and not that I'm saying like, oh, okay, I'm worried about the shooting, but like I really didn't have no business to go there. I had no bread, and so I'm not gonna go to the biggest strip club where Meech is hanging out just to throw my little $10. Mm-hmm. And I actually lived around the corner from that one.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it was called because it was so long ago.
Magic City.
Oh well, shit. We went to Magic City not too long ago, and what happened?
Was straight shut down because it was a shooting outside.
And this is in 2019?
Yeah, recently.
This was 2019, and it was a shooting. It's never changed.
Caution tape, everything was outside.
We pulled around. I was just gonna drive past the place with her, right? Mm-hmm. And as soon as we turned into that little lot, they was like, "Yo, you can't go this way." There was a shooting. Yep. I was like, "See,
like it's a done deal."
Yeah, but there was another place that people used to go to too that had good food. I mean, there was a Pink Pony, North Atlanta. I've been to them all. I never you know what I'm saying, I never bagged one stripper, and all the strippers ever try to do is overcharge me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there it's a hustle. Like those girls are hustling. What's the movie we saw when we were in Miami when it was raining? With J-Lo and Cardi.
I forget what it's called.
It's called Hustlers?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what they're doing. They trying to hit licks. They're not trying to be your friend.
And so I'm not, look, we had the conversation, we was talking about looks, and I just said, I'm not Dave East, so I know that it's nothing physical between me and these girls except
I keep trying to tell Awesome. See, this is another thing with him. I'm not that girl. You are very handsome, and I know you've been. And I'm not saying that. Like,
I'm just saying that I'm
not.
You're
not 7 foot tall.
I'm just saying,
and all that. That doesn't matter, darling. Somebody will scoop you and be like, "I got her man." Well, they don't care, darling.
I'm just talking about 10 years ago.
10 years ago too.
I wasn't at Dave East. They was on looking for.
You didn't have your Burberry London.
Nah, I didn't come up. Nah, I didn't come up. You didn't
have all your Versace and your Fendi.
Nah, I didn't come up yet.
You wasn't
$10 to my name.
Listen. Okay, that's a good thing. We're gonna wrap this up. But did you have fun more when you were poorer, or more when you had finances?
Definitely now.
You think you have more fun now?
Oh, definitely now. Definitely now. I bought my freedom.
You bought your freedom.
That's the first thing I did with my money. Everybody be like, "Yo, what'd you do with your money?" Like, I bought my freedom.
Yeah, listen, I go back and forth. Sometimes I'd be like, yo, I had a blast when I had like $30 in my bank account. But like now my level of like adult bougie is like on a whole nother level. So there's pros and cons to it, but I do think I have funnier stories from when I was poor. Yeah. I definitely do.
We'll have to do a I'm broke episode.
Yeah, we definitely do. But I mean, that comes all full circle.
Well, let me tell the Jamaica story.
Oh, yes.
So Kenny's best friend was getting married in Jamaica. And we were down there for like a week, right? Mm-hmm. We did all the typical stuff you could think of in Jamaica. Mm-hmm. And it was the night before the wedding. Y'all went out. Excuse me, I keep burping. Y'all went somewhere. Well, I guess you was with Letha. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, we didn't go anywhere.
I don't know where y'all went. And so it was only like a couple of guys, right? It was just me and it was the dude Ernest. And Rob. Then he wasn't even going to go at first, right?
Who, Rob?
Mm-hmm. I think he came on later. It was really only going to be me and Ernest. Mm-hmm. But then I forget how he came. And then he was like, all right, let's go somewhere.
That was the night we ate the oxtail and we all ate dinner together. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think then Rob was like, oh, I hang out with y'all.
Yeah. So he got added on and we basically I don't remember how we found a taxi driver, but we told him what was up. He said he knew where to take us. And he pretty much had to stay with us. That's the crazy part. Like, they'd be like, all right, we can take you wherever, but I got to stay with you the whole time. So this and that and the third. And we went to the place and it was, it actually looked like a football arena. Like think of a mini football arena. So think of a room, right? A small, like maybe like I'm trying to think like a store size, like
a Macy's or smaller than
think
that.
of like a Starbucks, right? Mm-hmm. And in the Starbucks, there's just seats around the whole thing, like a stadium, and there's a small.
Kind of how like the 40-40 used to be with the stadium seating.
Kind of. Yeah. And so we went in there, and it was just very dark, and they had like little areas on the little rising sides, and it was just girls, you know what I'm saying, in the front. And
they were dancing.
Yeah, but they was wild as hell. I think the strip pole might have been 30 feet up. It was a high ceiling.
That's the best.
And they was pulling tricks, I believe, but not all the way to the top. They was just pulling tricks.
Little plastic heels.
Yeah. And that was it. That was it. It wasn't that crazy. It was actually, it really wasn't a lot of girls in there. I guess I don't think the strip club culture is big in Jamaica. We were not in Kingston. You get what I'm saying? We were just like we were in Montego Bay.
Yeah, that's
so. That's I've heard the desert side or whatever the desolate side or not as populated side. And so it really wasn't a lot of girls in there. And this other guy across the way, somebody yelled out he was getting married tomorrow. And they just like attacked him, like literally it was only 4 girls in there. They went over there, like dragged him on the stage, was ripping his clothes off. One was like bouncing on his face, the other bouncing on his waist. And then the other girl, it looked like
Darling, don't even finish the sentence. What it looked like.
Right, but it was crazy. Afterwards we had seen him, and when we was leaving, we was like, "Man, you getting married too?" I said like, "Yo, he's getting married tomorrow too." And he was like, "Yo, he should have said something because he was getting jumped on." He looked like he had been in a fight. He was
disheveled.
He was They was putting the brakes. They was putting the Beats by Dre on him.
It's all good fun. I like I said, I'm not that person. I'm teach his own, right? Yeah. Like I'm not that person to be jealous about stuff like that or anything. I think it's all in good fun. It was one time in your life. You only get to do it. Well, some people do it numerous times, but you only get to do it once.
Yeah, that's true.
You might as well enjoy it while you have it.
Yes.
No youth wasted. Right?
Man, I don't think we wasted any.
I don't think so either. I'm really excited. Everybody pray for a safe trip for me and my friends and a return home. Awesome will be here. What are you going to do when I'm not here?
Well, you I guess. See, I can tell you've learned from your past, right? Because now you're like, she knows she can't just leave me idle, so she's gave me a job while she's gone. I have to babysit this dog, and I'm just like he don't. And I don't want to say it like dog. Okay. I'm not trying to come across like it's just some dog, and I don't care about the dog. But I'm just knowing that I see the setup. That's all. I just see the signs. Okay, look. I can't go nowhere because I got to stay with the dog, right? Then on top of that, they are saying they're going to Nashville, right? And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying? I see the whole setup here. It's a whole thing. There's a whole thing here. I see
Don't
it.
y'all listen to
I see
Awesome,
it.
please.
I
Lord
already
have
see the setup.
mercy.
I see the setup.
Just treat Dior nice.
I'll be here watching the rest of my shows with the dog on the couch.
She loves you.
I didn't say she didn't.
She really genuinely loves him.
Mhm.
She's gonna be like, "Oh, thank God they didn't leave me with a stranger." Awesome was trying to get us to take the dog
I
to
did
dog
not.
jail.
I just said, look, what if I have to go somewhere? That's all. Only
you
thing I
leave the
said.
dog here.
I mean, I care about
Make
the dog. I
sure
don't.
she feed
I
the feeder.
don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Anything happen to the dog?
I don't want anything to happen to the dog either.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna just leave it.
All right, y'all. Make sure
Yeah.
if you want to keep up with all the shenanigans this weekend, you follow me at Little Miss ENT, LILMISSENT, and the wedding page is _ the wedding edition. Leave us your thoughts, anything that you want to see. We're gonna try to figure out how we're gonna stream the wedding, but make sure you join the Patreon. There's a ton of exclusive content up there, like literally a ton of content up there. And then make sure that you keep Awesome in your thoughts, because I'm sure he's gonna be the beads of sweat all weekend down his face, like, oh, what are they doing?
I need some cameras on the ground in Nashville. If you're listening to this and you in Nashville,
Lord have mercy.
I need y'all to be my eyes and my ears.
Look, he's not joking either. Don't y'all be snitching. Don't y'all be them people. You get your Earth Cam. You can get your Earth Cam, darling. I'm sure it's one in Nashville. You can see exactly where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You have anything else to say, darling?
No, that's it. Follow the Patreon. We just uploaded a behind the scenes setting up this our new little dig.
We're trying to give you some flavors of backgrounds.
Yeah, we got different places we can do, and just trying to give y'all a more formal setup. And then also YouTube, we uploaded a ton of stuff to YouTube. And then just follow, like, comment, and subscribe.
And as always, we love you guys for listening, because 100% you didn't have to. Have a great day, guys. Peace.